First we had the Spring Thunder. Now we have the Sillybutts Breacher shell-ejecting Nerf blaster. So, why did I print this gun? Don't know really. I'm into shotgun. I can, in real life, do shotgun shooting. And I had the Spring Thunder before, which is, you know, it's a great gun, but it's very old. This design has been around for a very long time. And the Sillybutts released the Breacher, as you can see here. So, you know, I'm not very good at doing all this sort of stuff, but I'll talk to you about some of its features. So, it's a shell-ejecting shotgun, 4 in the mag, 1 in the chamber, so 4+1. You load it like a typical shotgun, so underneath there, push in like that. One really good feature about this gun, which I found very clever, is the use of these springs in the mag tube. Rather than just one big spring going all the way up, it's sort of, I think they're called continuous load springs or something. So they're like rolled up, and there's 3. So there's one on each side, and there's one at the top you can't see. So yeah, the spring tension when you load it in is so smooth. It works really well. Another feature to talk about is the sort of what do you call these? These little arms. These are the arms that sort of let the round, you know, load into the gun, and they're powered, or they're sort of operated with the pump. So let's see if I can show you that. Yeah, so you can see them sort of moving, kind. One cool thing about those is you can operate them from the back. So let's say if you loaded in a shell, loaded in a shell and you want to get it out, you just squeeze these like that, push the lifter down, and then you can take your shell, which is cool. It just makes it easier to unload and yeah, whatever. But yeah, this gun works really well in terms of smoothness of operation. Haven't really had a jam with it yet, and as you saw from the beginning of the video, I fired off 5 rounds with no issues at all. So yeah, it's a brilliant blaster, and you know, in terms of building this, it's quite straightforward. It's built up of like sections all the way to the back, and you have sort of threaded rods running through the whole thing in sections. So you got one here, one there, and then one at the back or something like that, which means the gun is very rigid. And like easy to hold, and yeah, it's just brilliant. It's a lot of fun to play with. It's massive, you know. You compare this to a real shotgun. This thing is chunky, but the reason for that is because of the silly shells. The silly shells are brilliant in themselves, in the fact that, you know, you can load 3 full-size darts into them like that, and you know, you get a proper shotgun effect. So it actually makes the shell ejecting mechanism actually worth it. You know, you can't have a mag fed blaster that shoots more than 1 bullet at a time, so this makes sense. So you can get all sorts of shells. You can get the ones that fire the Nerf rival balls, normal darts. You could get short darts, so you could load 6 short darts into one of these, which would be amazing. Nerf Mega as well, so you can load the Mega rounds into these, or the different variants, of course. So you could have like a selection of different shells to shoot, and that, you know, completely changes the game. So imagine, you know, shooting a Mega dart out of this. It would be really good fun. But yeah, I don't want to go into it too much. The other thing is it's got a nice rail system on the top. The only thing I find is when, you know, I'm trying to aim it, I can't get my head down low enough. Real shotguns, the stock would be lower, so you can line up like that. So you can't really aim it. Maybe you could stick a sight on there or something, but yeah. That's probably my only criticism of the whole thing, but you know, it's a blaster, it's a Nerf blaster, so it's yeah, it's, you know, you're not going to be accurate with this, but it does pack a punch, which is quite cool. Let me demonstrate that quick. Just load it around. There we go. Right. I'm just going to shoot it down there, and you'll hear how much of an impact there is. You know, that really hits hard. The range isn't so good, but it's a shotgun. It's pretty normal. Yeah, I like it. It's a good bit of fun. The Spring Thunder is still a really nice gun. I'll put it side to side as well. There's a sort of size comparison. There you go. So you can see the Spring Thunder there is a bit shorter, a bit less chunky. But you know, this gun is still a good bit of fun to play around with. It has the match saver on the side. There is a match saver for this one, which I'm going to print. So that'd be quite cool. So you get an extra round. So you get 6 rounds. Oh, another thing to mention as well. You can get a mag extension for this. It screws in, so you get like 2 more rounds. So you can get a 6-round mag. +1, so you get 7 rounds, maybe another round on the match saver, so then you get 8 rounds in total. So you know, you're firing off loads of darts, you know, and you're likely to hit someone. So yeah, it's a good bit of fun to print and build. There's a lot of possibility for modification. I'm going to be looking into sort of adding some safety factors to this gun. So like the Spring Thunder, when the bolt is open, or you've primed it, if you pull the trigger, that the bolt face will slam forward under the entire energy of the spring. So that's quite bad. You don't want to have your fingers in the way when that happens, and you know it's going to cause damage to the gun. So I'm looking at maybe creating some sort of disconnect mechanism by the trigger here. So when the bolt is back, it disconnects the trigger, and then I'm going to also look at adding a safety switch as well, just for fun. So but yeah, it's the same. It's exactly the same situation as the Spring Thunder as well. Yeah, if you prime it and pull the trigger, the bolt will slam forward, and yeah, you could cause yourself a lot of damage. It's like a real shotgun. The bolt in a real shotgun has a lot of spring tension behind it, so you don't want to have your fingers in the way when you press your bolt release. But yeah, that's my video review. I'm not going to go into like, you know, how it shoots and stuff. Well, you saw me shoot it at the wood at the end of the garage there, and you know it hits hard, which is cool. Can't wait to show my son this. He's gonna have a go at trying to sort of prime it. Hopefully it's not too heavy. Yeah, and we can have some nice little Nerf battles with it. But yeah, thank you for watching my video, and please like and subscribe, and you know, I'll do more of this sort of stuff. You can see from my garage, I've got a lot going on here. Got a new printer. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. As you can see, got loads of tools, woodworking stuff. But yeah, if you want to see more of this sort of thing, then you know, like and subscribe, and you know, comment, and I'll stop saying you know. But yeah, thank you. Goodbye.